Okay, that is a wagon wheel that Dame found when we were out here. Last video, that is an axle from a wagon. And I guess this would be the 4th installment of this little series of us looking for potential loggers camps, workers camps on a topographic map from the early 1900s. We hiked 6 miles the other day, and this is where we finished our day, and it's still puzzling. We had found an old cart path that came along here. It goes around this massive bulb in the land, a hill, continues that way. We have not gone any further, but there were things here. There's iron, we found a scythe blade, a harmonica reed, and some ammo. So to start today, we're gonna follow that to see where it pops out and connects. There's supposed to be a brook down there on the topo that shows the 2 squares on the map on that side. But we will come back here to detect. We just really want to close the gap between where we've been here, way over there.
Right. The in-betweens.
The in-between, so because we found stuff here, I'm going to start swinging as we're continuing. Well, we swung for 40 feet, and this is why these old roads disappear and are so hard to follow. Jeez.
Looks like it's going this way.
Yeah, it's got a nice shoulder, and it's...
I mean, this is packed and leveled. Does this go around to the...
I think it's going to pop out at that nice wall, honestly.
Yeah, but this has a different feel to it than the, you know, rutted logging track.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's not even worth swinging. Look at how terrible it is. What?
Nothing.
Nothing. Well, we gave up swinging for barely walking. It is so... such a mess. Well, I think we're getting to the point of too far. Almost. Old road goes that way, and what we're guessing is, because the river eventually ends up there, so there's a proper river and a brook that feeds it, 2 squares. It would be somewhere out here in this. That looks terrible. I just say we head a bit further down the cart path until it looks decent, and then head into the west towards the river and just start making our way back up to the wagon wheel.
Sounds good.
If we get any further than that, it's just too far.
Right, yeah. And they were doing something here. This is definitely pushed. You got the big dig outs. But they weren't living here.
Not here. And this is the point, because that we spotted the other day, I spotted a few days ago, or a few videos ago, is a definite dig out in the middle of nowhere. You get noise?
Well, my brain clicked back into when we're walking dead roads looking for cellar holes.
Right.
Just that subconscious eye brain thing. We come around the bend, and then I see that.
Yeah.
Normally, there would be a little cellar hole right there.
I know, look at it.
And this would be the dooryard. So I turned my machine on and...
Got noise.
At least in that, I mean,
We'll find a squeaker and let's see what's in the ground, if there's anything else. There's something.
yep, big hunk of something. Oxen shoe.
An oxen shoe.
Yeah.
So that's a third one in the abyss.
Right, but
I know.
yeah,
Off the cart path, what he's pointing out. So we're going that way until we see something or hit the river, and then
yeah. It's a baby one too.
this may be something. We're on coming off the proper old road. Boy, it's just so lumpy. Well, the good news is we are at a point of reference, being the river. So there's not too much space that distance we haven't gone, but it's back that way to the wagon wheel. Well, as you can see, we're back at the wagon wheel site. We went all the way down that way, got to the river. It's terrible. The travel path kind of ended there. We just walked all the way back up to here. So either the topo is incorrect as to which side of the brook it was on, and this is one of the logging camps, or this is a separate camp, dwelling, whatever. But this is where we're going to detect. See what we can find and get some age range off of things.
Huh.
Big sheet.
Yeah. They cut it though.
Oh, you're right.
It's roofing. Could be roofing material. Maybe they took their stove with them when they left.
It may be. One of them roof nail things with the cap, right?
Right.
Huh. Definitely signs of structure, dame.
It's not big. It's maybe 12 feet on the side.
Yeah, it's not big.
I mean, it could have been a shed. There could have been a cabin across the way. But keep pulling stuff out.
Can stuff, the loop is kind of odd.
Okay, well, there's another nail. So actually this does satisfy a little bit of my curiosity. These are like first generation round nails. I was wondering if it was going to be square nails or round.
So keep in mind, we're trying to figure this place out as we go. Probably what's left of a bucket. Oh, actually, that's why the other piece I dug had a hole in it. There's the handle. Because the other piece was right there.
Good area for plugs. deeper than I thought it was going to be.
Oh, that's good. Unless it's a projectile.
Yeah. Oh, it's a thing. Oh, a Jew's harp.
No kidding.
Hey.
Beautiful.
That's my first complete.
Is it really?
It is, yeah. Nice.
Very nice.
Wow, okay, so, I mean, that's pretty deep.
Right, and again though, you can't really age them because they've been making them for hundreds of years.
Right, exactly.
Wow. So a harmonica and a Jew's harp
Nice.
in the 2 trips here. Wow, that is awesome.
Mm-hmm. I like it.
Real awesome. Good job. I know.
This feels better over here.
This to me is where I would think the camp area would be, and behind us is the junk area. So, you know the routine. All we can do is just keep swinging around.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, great find.
Thanks, man. I'm stoked on it.
Huh, mason jar lid with insulator and a bit of glass. Again, another product that they've been making for a long time, and there is no text on the insulator.
Again, pretty deep.
Round?
That is a strange shape. Ah, that's a familiar shape.
Really? No way.
Look at that.
No way. That crotal bell's older. Dan.
Yeah, it is. Much, much older. Wicked.
Wow.
Yeah, look at that.
The plot thickens because so far everything we found could be late 1800s,
Right.
just over into the early 1900s. But that crotal bell,
That's way older.
and we are far from the established farms. Jeez, man. Good pull, but
It doesn't give us any information.
wow.
Nice.
Very nice.
The button.
No, sir.
Oh no. Yes, iron button. Yep. No, I don't think that's beveled edge flat button.
That's not iron.
No.
Yeah, that's an early 1800s button.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus. How bizarre is this down here?
I think that this was a generational landing. First cut, second cut. They came in, used the same paths.
Because you're basically coming off the road, through the old farms, all the way down to the end.
So you can't go anymore.
So you can't go anymore. I mean, the crotal bell in this definitely imply much earlier than...
Right, because we're way off the road.
Yeah.
but it cleans up in here.
That's crazy.
Mm.
And it's not, it cleans up, but it's not, you don't look at it and say, oh, it was cultivated.
Right. But say that was 1810, 1820, with all the hurricanes and floods, and we're right in the brook zone.
Mm.
And then with all the logging, and a lot of people, you don't realize that with all these blowdowns for the past 200 years, it turns what used to be nice and clean
Right.
to just lumpy moonscape.
Wow, good job, man. But again, that doesn't help.
No, not at all.
I don't know. It almost looks like a little snap button. Another ageless item.
Right. But in line with
I know.
with the button, but it is, I mean, it is an applied iron buckle. It puts it a little older. But
Well, your trail of relics seems to kind of follow the brook.
right, and this wasn't even a signal, it was just an iron grunt. I wanted to see if it was a, square nail or something.
Yeah. I think that's a button. A button, yep, with stuff on it. I found a button.
Oh, nice.
Flowers on it.
Oh.
Stuck to this thing, which had actually left an impression. And that's metal as well. So the button was stuck to that, and it left an impression. How bizarre.
Knife blade.
Oh yeah.
There's a thin edge there, thick edge there, but it's got this intentional hole in the end of it, which is weird.
Not half a scissor, is it?
It could be half a scissor. I mean, but that wouldn't be the pivot end.
No, no, no. I'm just looking at the shape.
Right. So I'm going around and I'm digging what I would normally classify as a nail signal. Just this was 6-8 inches down, and that's all it sounded like.
Yeah, and I'm seeing the residual ashes and stuff from the fire of 39.
Yep. So things are masked for sure. But there's more activity in this zone than the trashy dump spot. This is
Spread.
spread.
Yeah. That is interesting. It is some type of canister, container, flattened out oil can, maybe? Definitely cool. Again, no idea how old it is. but interesting nevertheless. I think I have the signal we've been waiting for.
Oh, okay.
So I'm right on the edge of the iron bed.
Oh, that is promising.
Right. But
It sounds deep, and those numbers.
But even if it's a coin, it's still not going to help because the age of stuff has swollen down here.
Right. I mean, say it's a King George. That means that the earliest they could have been was, 1789 or whatever.
Right. '85, '86, so it is getting into that pure copper.
Oh, be an American large. Still sounded deep, too.
Whoa! Unreal. Absolutely unreal. Jesus. So, as we're doing this, the past few days, my brain is on early 1900s cabin site. As soon as we got down here and started finding older things, my brain immediately just switched over to early.
So something that is significant, I don't think we've ever come on to a first cut landing. Like something that we could say pretty reasonably was like a first cut landing.
Right.
Let's see what that is. It's got meat to it.
It's Liberty. It is definitely a Lady Liberty. It might even be Hold. Yeah, it's a 1 cent.
Nice.
Unbelievable, Dane.
It's about time.
All right, we'll let it dry out for a few. And I'm gonna say it. Out of all our years of doing this, this area it is the most unlikely place I would have expected to find stuff. Never mind a 200-year span of stuff.
Right. Without a definitive structure.
Or any easy way down here.
Yeah.
I mean, this is unreal.
We are on the back ass end of far.
Yeah.
But this has been this 2 acres has been a hub of activity.
River, terribleness, swamp, rocky, massive hill, and then just one avenue up to the proper old farms. But even at that, if we turned around and walked to that cellar hole, it would take us 20 minutes.
And that's us humping through the woods.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Let's see what she is. All right, don't look now, but yeah. Get out of here. Keep going. Keep going. Come on, keep moving. Yeah. There you go. He ain't moving fast either. Figures he's going in the way we gotta leave.
He's young.
But actually, we should look behind us where he just came out of. I just, again, the brain's not working right. I'm dusting off a coin and I'm like, oh, a dog. Nope. Smokey. That's a first. I've come across them hiking, but not
He was coming to see us.
in a position of... Whoa. And just think, I've been out here in the past couple weeks by myself several times, and if I was in your position looking that way, he literally walked up right over near our backpacks and the wagon wheel. He could have... We couldn't hear him. I just caught visual, but he could have walked right up on one of us.
Yep.
Easily. Again, everybody comes down here. Well, let me check the spot real quick, and then we'll do what we got to do. Still haven't looked at the coin because of the excitement. Yep, that's how remote we are. Well, this place is just full of surprises. The coin is a draped bust, so we'll call it 1797 to 1807. So with that, the Crotal Bell, your button, we're definitely seeing 200-year-old activity. Everything else puts it in the mid to late 1800s.
Right.
We have no idea what we found here. Again, we described the landscape, and it's just... I just can't see it. It must have been that much different. Or like you said, it's just multi-generational loggers' landings in the same spot. But there was definitely something standing here.
Right.
And maybe they built twice here because loaded with sheet metal, and that large cent was right there.
Crotal, flat button, your flowery button.
Jew's harp, a pile of stuff. Well, we are definitely returning despite the wildlife. The only thing is we can't go back the way we came in because it's an old road that is on the side of this massive hill and the river, so it's in and out. That's it. You're either going swimming
There's
or
nowhere
scaling.
to go. Yes.
Right, there's nowhere to go. So we're going to take the long way around, but that's all right. Thanks for joining us, and the history mystery still continues.
Right.
With the map, which at this point doesn't even matter. We're finding things.
Yeah.
All right. You keep your eyes to the left. I'll keep my eyes to the right.